Live. I am live. Number 5 is alive. Number 5 is alive. Welcome to Elite Dangerous Daily. Your daily dose, your daily injection heroin injection of Elite Dangerous. Yes, we are here streaming from Shanghai. I am here streaming from Shanghai. My cohort and partner is probably sleeping still. And I wanted, first and foremost, before I start colonization, before I start doing some things, I wanted to talk about that picture. That incredible picture we saw. And it is an amazing picture if you grasp everything that's going on. Okay? If you grasp everything that's going on. So, I know you've seen my video, but I'm going to go and reiterate this again. There's something going on in this picture that a lot of people are bypassing. A very few are looking at it and saying, yeah, that could be it, man. That could be the thing. So, let's see. Do I have it? Yes, here it is. Let's move that into play. Here's the picture, and I wanna show you what I'm talking about. I want to show you what I'm talking about here. No, not that. Why is that showing that one? Goodness God. Okay. There we go. We're back. Okay. I want to show you what I'm talking about. There's a few things going on here. First and foremost, if you're looking at this brain tree, it's empty. So that means it's been picked clean, right? It's been picked clean. The brain trees have nothing on them to say there's material on them, right? Secondly, we have two engines, well, two engine blocks maybe. One is fixed because we have this here. Hey, Marks. One is fixed. Notice it's not the same as this one. It's not the same. This has this one going around, this is going around, and this is going around in 3D rotation. So the engine can rotate this way. The engine can rotate this way. The engine can rotate around. Okay, the engine can rotate around, right? And this one can rotate inwards. So it's very maneuverable. Yeah, but all brain trees, there's nothing here. Okay, no brain trees have any kind of materials on them. So I know it's not a conspiracy theory, Jack. That's my first thought. Is that you're on the ground, so this is definitely might be a collection kind of vehicle. So we may have, that. When I was ranting about having to drive my SRV up a fucking tree to pick up the damn materials, well, maybe we have a vehicle that can actually collect stuff for us. But number one, this guy is on the ground. Number two, he's looking down. Okay? He's looking down. He's not looking up. He's looking down. And if you look into the valley, there's a whole bunch of mist and fog in the valley. Okay? A whole bunch of mist and fog. Fog only appears when there's water. But if you look closely at the actual picture, okay? If you look close at the actual picture, you notice there's a kind of shoreline, okay, with possibly a river, possibly some kind of river or some kind of body of water. Mist and fog only appears when there's water, when there's hydration. Okay, now I drew a picture. Let me see, why not dust created by engines? Because this is high up on a mountain and the dust is below. Okay? I mean, it's obvious. That could be a mile away, and the actual fog is below. So fog doesn't rise; it actually goes down. So it's condensation. And if you notice the actual engines, they're also steaming, right? So the first point, if this is for us to be able to collect Braintree stuff, materials, fantastic. It solves a problem because we can't use the limpets anymore, right? So that solves a problem. If they did what I think they did, which basically means that I can pick the materials off the Braintrees myself, that's even better. Now, if this is a shuttle, which I actually believe it is, it will be able to go into the fighter bay. So it's one of those. It's maybe sizable because this is the back of it. Back here is the back of it. So it's not that long, and it's not that big, right? And this is the side. So there's lighting, so we can actually see underneath the ship. So if this is a shuttle, then this is going to be able to be put into the cargo bay. Now, if this is an engineerable shuttle, now hold up. If this is an engineerable shuttle that we can put in a fighter bay, then we can engineer it with Prospect Olympic controller, and we can have an NPC go out and search for, that's right, rocks. Okay, so I can take my ship and I can just do the rocks, get the mining done while the NPC goes and finds. Hey, I got one over here. I got one over here, until he finds the right one. Maybe he finds the right rock for me, and he keeps going until he finds the right rock. Right. So maybe we can use that. But as it is, if this is what I think, this might be a solution to the landing gear problem of the Caspian. So this will be able to land on the planet's surface and fly back up to the Caspian, so you can actually don't need the Caspian to land in mountainous areas, because they never did fix. Notice that they never did fix the landing gear, which in other cases they did really, really quick, right? Really, really quick. Isn't that bigger than a fighter, though? I don't know, but the fighter bay is pretty large. If you actually ever fought a fighter, you actually played in the fighter bay looks pretty large. And this doesn't really look that large. It looks just a little bit bigger than SRV. Now, I threw this information into Grok and ChatGPT. Grok and ChatGPT both said there's a 70% chance on artist rendering that is a body of water below. Okay? 70% chance. They both said the same amount, 70%. All right? They both said it. And they gave me a picture. Let me see if I can get this picture up. That'll be great. They gave me a picture, and if I can't, I'm sorry. I feel like my grandfather with ChatGPT and all the other stuff. Okay, I think this is the one. Screenshot. Yeah, this is the one, ChatGPT. Let's see. So this is the rendering that ChatGPT came across. That's basically it. I said it's larger than an SRV, has 4 nacelles, and this is the actual picture that they came up with. Let me see. Does it show in OBS? Yeah, that shows in OBS. That's actually rendering of ChatGPT, not Grok. Grok came out with a larger ship. Maybe a small size, a Diamondback Explorer, maybe a Diamondback Explorer Mach 2. But ChatGPT came out with this. and it's actually 4 nacelles hovering over the ground like a hovercraft. So that's the rendering of ChatGPT, and basically what it showed me. So here we are, and Tuesday's going to be a big day because whatever it is like Christmas for me. Because if it is what I think it is, and it's a shuttlecraft, we can dock it into the T11. Then, and if it's a shuttlecraft that we can actually engineer, okay, then it will be a freaking big deal. It will be a big deal because think of all the things you can do with a shuttlecraft. Not only just mining for materials, but a lot of other things I can do with that shuttlecraft. Using NPCs, right? NPCs to go and explore, NPCs to go and mine. So that was my first thought when I saw the 2 nacelles so close together, one being very mobile, maneuverable, and one being fixed. I'm thinking it's going to be a hovercraft, or it's a SRV / shuttlecraft that we can land in a fighter bay. Okay, and it'll be a solution to the problem of the Caspian not being able to land on rough surfaces and being too big. So we can actually now, it'll become a full-fledged explorer. The Caspian will become a full-fledged explorer. And they did say surface awaits. Okay, and I ran the numbers and I ran the picture, and it says artist rendering is a 70% chance that they're trying to show you a body of water, right? Because of the mist, because of the cloud hanging over in the valley below, and the actual kind of like coastal thing, like a little shore that's being seen down below. So what could happen is that the operations might be the next leg of footfall, right? We actually can now land on surfaces that have water, that may have water, right? But not necessarily Earth-like worlds. So we're 1 step, maybe 2 steps away from Earth-like worlds. Maybe volcanic will be next, right? And then what operations will do, this might bring in, my thought is this might bring in missions that require this kind of world with water and etc. Next one might be volcanic. They'll require a volcanic, the missions will be on a volcanic world. So all in all, I'm pretty excited about Tuesday, seeing what they will actually do. And I'm all in all very, very, now I'm getting very excited about operations, which about a week ago, seeing that mission, with passenger mission, which I don't do. I'm definitely probably never going to do that passenger mission. Mark says, I agree, that's water. We don't know yet. But ChatGPT and Grok gives it a 7. Both of them said 70% chance. They both said do the artist, because it says it's an artist rendering, and then the artist is trying to achieve some kind of body of water, being that the mist is hanging over the water, the mist is hanging over there in the valley, and then there's some kind of coastal area down below, and it looks like it's pretty far away, so that could be a very large body of water. Okay, so 2 things. If we have a vehicle that can pick up materials, which will be fantastic, I don't have to use the SRV, that'll be fantastic. Or we could have or we get out of the vehicle and we pick the materials. That's even more fun, because I actually would love that we can jump around on the trees and pick up the materials. Maybe even have fights on the surface with the trees being there. Shoot each other, etc. But that's just a thought. All right. So this is Elite Dangerous Daily, your dose of heroin type of game, because this is like addicting as hell. What I'm doing right now is probably a little bit of I'm going to do some prospecting, because I'm still not finished with the planetary construction side and the 2 orbitals that I actually built. I have not built them yet. I haven't even started yet. That's because I'm still deciding what more do I lay down, and then after that I start construction. Complete another construction, right? First starting with the ground base and then with the other stuff. But in any case, right now this is built out. I got 5 settlements, which are all extraction, to make this a little bit of a richer system. 5 settlements, which are all extraction. And I wanted to do some agricultural settlements maybe on this planet, maybe 3 or 4 small little settlements. And the reason being is that one day this system will actually come into power play control, and they will come and do BGS, and so there might be some war here. So for me this will be great, because I'll be able to come to my own system and fight to take control back or whatever. But anyway, I am going to go to this planet and possibly lay some groundwork for some agricultural, but I'm not exactly sure right now. There's also satellites that I can what do I do that for? There's also satellites I can actually build. So I'm trying to decide whether I build another satellite, another communication satellite, or I just go with ground agriculture. I can do both, but I don't want the things to go to waste. So I still got a location, 2 locations here. So I still got 12 locations. 5 here and 2 here. Ideally, this will be a great place for a relay and maybe like a security depot, security place. That'd be ideal for that. But it's out in space, so it's perfect. Yeah, you know what? I need another T2 construction point, and I need to build something in this slot. So let's do that. Installation. We can do anything, but I want to build something small. Not satellite, that wouldn't help us at all. Maybe a relay. And this is gives economy high tech, and it doesn't take a lot of time to actually deliver. Okay, and the relay will give me 1 point. Okay, I'm looking for the 1 point. Or I can actually do a space farm. Standard of living change is higher, right? And actually this is even smaller. I can even build faster, right? Space farm right around the sun. That'll be great. Communication satellite, this is larger. Actually requires more. But I don't want to build any of these because they require layout. They require T1, so that's taken away from my need. So I don't want to build any of those. No military yet. And I'm tired of going to the actual surface. So mining not necessary here, right? Mining outpost. So let's go with a relay station. We'll go to a relay station. And that's the best way to go. Okay, and it gives me 1 construction point, which I need. All right. So what are your thoughts? Tell me your thoughts. Leave your thoughts down in the comment below, or do me a favor. Write me in Discord. What do you think this is? The possibilities are endless if it's a microchip, and it looks like it is because the cells are so close together. The possibilities are fantastic. The possibilities are fantastic. I mean, just to think, just to be able to use that extra spot in the T11, right? Just to be able to use that extra spot in the T11 would be fantastic. Okay, so I'm at my ship. I'm at my ship, and I'm gonna pick this up so I can actually know what I'm gonna be buying. So I'm in my ship, and I have. Did I just leave my ship? Yeah, I gotta go to the Golden Spike. But why did I leave my ship without leaving with the? I want to go to my ship. Why did I leave my ship? Okay. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Jack says it's a vessel for lazy arses. Thank you, Jack, for saying that. Mark says, I just spent a week collecting mats. Why no dust created by engines? Well, I said that the actual things, or thrusters. The actual thrusters and engines are small. The actual valley below is a big valley, and there's like a cloud hanging over it. Okay. Mark says fighter size would make sense. Isn't that bigger than the fighter though? And then the fighter hangar is pretty large, I think. And then Mark says, I agree with you, that's water. But we don't know yet. We don't know. There's still a 30% chance that that's just artist rendering. And because it's so far away, you know, maybe that we have Radicoida below. And that's actually a Radicoida cloud. We don't even know. Okay? So, we don't know what that is. And it could be a cloud, could be dust, could be anything actually. But I asked Grok to actually take away the ship and the person and the trees and give me the rendering of what that is, that picture below, and give me a clear picture. And then Grok gave me the picture that you guys have in the thumbnail. So it could be, or it could not be. We don't know yet. Okay? We don't know yet, but we shall find out. We shall find out. Right? We will find out for sure. Okay. So this is my star system, the SAR system kind of Panther Clippers. So I have 3 Panther Clippers on this fleet carrier, and I'm just going to do some hauling to that actual station that you just saw, I just built. Jack says Ricardo made an arse out of himself in his video where he built the whole vid around the brain tree that he continued to call Radicoida. He actually missaid Radicoida, but I don't think it's Radicoida. I think they're showing one, Jack. They're showing us brain trees, right? 2, all 3 brain trees that are in the picture do not have any materials on them. 3, there's a small ship that the nacelles of that ship are pretty relatively close together, so that means it doesn't have any length. Okay, it's not large, it's not medium, not small. 4, the nacelles are small, so the ship is, if that's an actual ship, then it's not made for interstellar travel. Maybe interplanetary, but not interstellar. Okay? Maybe just to get off the ground. And the guy, he's looking down, and then you have that valley full of a cloud. It's a cloud. So there's a reason that the artist did that. So we don't know really why the artist drew a picture with a cloud in a valley that's below. And if you notice, there's brain trees all around the edge of this valley, right? There's brain trees all around the edge of this valley. So there's a valley, and it could be water base. But I would be really fucking excited if they added, water environment to the game. So I'm being very hopeful about what's happened. Maybe that's why they took so long, because they couldn't do the graphics of it, couldn't do the rendering of it. Maybe they have the gameplay, but they didn't have the planet rendering of it yet. So I'm pretty excited about this. After seeing the actual mist and the cloud, I got really excited. But Ricardo can make an arse of himself, because he's a content creator, and we like when people make mistakes, and we enjoy his stream. He does make a lot of videos now. I don't know, he has so much time on his hands, I guess he can make a lot of videos. But yeah, so that's what I noticed about this picture. So I'm pretty freaking excited. Either or, if it's nothing, it's just a small ship, that's great. That means we have a small explorer. But I'm inclined to believe that they did not fix the landing gear on the Caspian. They did that for a reason, because they had something that you can plop in there. If it's water, then the ship may be a shuttle just for landing on planets. Yeah, so maybe it's a kind of hover vehicle that we can fly over the water. I don't know. The rendering of ChatGPT, you guys saw the picture, is it's pretty cool, but it's not large. It's not a large ship. ChatGPT rendered it as though it was an SRV, a larger SRV, so I just threw the picture in there and say, show me a ship that fits this picture with 4 nacelles, and it did. So I'm inclined to think that we're gonna have a shuttlecraft that we can actually land. So maybe we can take it from the Caspian, or we can take it from T11, right? Maybe the next wave of exploration is not exobiology on planets, but maybe we scan asteroids and ice rings and all that for biology, etc. So maybe we do that. But I'm inclined to believe that this is the case. I'm seeing that the Artemis suit is there, but they always make pictures with the Artemis suit. So we need 1033. They always do pictures with the Artemis suit. So maybe this is just a nothing burger, right? But I don't want to get my hopes up completely and say, oh, this is going to be a water-like world. Maybe those worlds that are locked and we can't land on will be opened up because they have water on them. Who knows? Because we have a lot of worlds we can't land on. A lot of systems that have these planets that we can't land on. So I would like to land on those planets. 2033. So we'll see. Maybe that's why they're taking so long. Because maybe they're expecting commanders to jump in the water, right? So they couldn't render that. Maybe that's why they're having so many problems. So we don't know. This one, Copper 88. So let's see what happens. I'm pretty excited about Tuesday. And if it's what I think it is. I mean, Kix is saying it's an SRV. Maybe a larger tank size SRV. But the nacelles in the back are fixed. the cells in the back are fixed. So maybe he's right. Maybe it is an SRV. I don't know. I wouldn't be excited about an SRV because I can drive my SRV. A lot of people can't. I can drive my SRV just fine. What did I say? 33, 30. So I wouldn't be excited about an SRV as long as maybe they can pick off the fucking materials off a tree and I don't have to actually jump on it with my SRV. So that would be great. That would be fantastic. 122 insulating membrane. That would be fantastic. Fantastic. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think. Come on, man. 122. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. I gotta know. I don't have my bud in chat because he can't stop talking. He's still sleeping probably. It looks too big for an SRV, but you know, if you have like a large SRV that can carry more people. You never collect mats in your SRV, you collect care packages. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't do it in the SRV, dude. Because those mats get stuck on a tree and you always have to jump your SRV on the goddamn tree. It's retarded. That's the worst fucking gameplay I've ever fucking played in any game. I'm jumping my SRV into a fucking tree to get a mat. Think about that. It's fucking retarded. Okay? And if they don't fix the retardedness, people are going to become retarded doing retarded fucking functions. I'm jumping my SRV to fucking collect materials off a tree. That's how 5 hours of doing this, I wanted to fucking my brain cells were my capillaries in my neck were popping out. Seriously. So that's why I don't do brain trees or crystalline structures. I just do care packages. That's why I do that, Jack. Because it's retarded gameplay. There's what other game you're jumping your SRV into a tree to collect mats? What other game? Tell me. Please describe it. Please tell me what other game exists, a space game, that you're jumping your SRV into a tree to get mats. Seriously. So that's the first thing they gotta fucking fix. Because it's every retarded function in this game they gotta fix. Because if it's retarded and stupid, people will say this game is stupid. And the devs are stupid. That's what I keep saying. Okay, I keep saying there's no brain trust in Cambridge there. There's nothing there. Okay, it's all gone. Maybe they smoked it out. Too much marijuana. But seriously speaking, there's so many fucking retarded shit in this game that it's like, okay, this is retarded. That's why Yamix can make fucking stupid comments. And that's why Meccan got on the bandwagon about making comments about the game. But if I'm having to go collect mats, I just pick them off the tree. I'm a human being. I just pick. Press the E button and I put it in my inventory. How stupid, how easy it is to do that. And they already proved themselves with the eggs. They already proved themselves with the eggs that you can just collect the materials. They fall down, you pick. You press E, you pick them up, you put them in your backpack. Okay? You put them in your backpack. That's the way it should be. Okay? So I'm hoping either this is a SRV / shuttle / hovercraft, whatever you want to call it, that we can actually do that function a lot easier. Because new players coming in, if they start doing a DLC now and they come in and they have to jump their SRV in a tree, they're going to go back to Steam and say, give me my fucking money back. This is retarded. Okay? I'm jumping my SRV in a tree. And then they fucked up the collision. So they fucked up the collision with the ground. So then we can't even do collector limpets. We can't do collector limpets. Right? The collector limpets go straight to the ground. It goes straight through the ground. I actually tested to see. You have to put them at around a 30-degree angle, at a 400 meter away from, about 300 to 400 meters away from the tree itself, so that they don't fucking kill themselves. They come in sideways, but most of the time they kill themselves. So you can't actually harvest mats using collector limpets anymore. It's you know, you can, but you got to do the right thing. You got to put it in a certain angle. It's got to be a little bit further away so that it comes in a low glide, and the surface has to be smooth. There can't be any mountainous areas or anything like that, because it's going to hit the fucking mountain or rocks or whatever it is. So it has to be a little bit smooth. So it's impossible to have all those things lined up and try to do collector limpets anymore. It's just, if somebody says, I do collector limpets all the time, you're a liar. You don't. So the only thing left is to do jumping on the fucking tree with your SRV. And I did that time because I want to do a video on it, and I wanted to actually take a knife and fucking cut my throat because it was retarded. What other game makes you jump on a fucking tree? Because the mats get stuck in a tree. They get stuck. You shoot it gets stuck in a tree. So you got to jump on a tree and get the mat. So this would be a great solution to that. If somehow they made a vehicle that you can collect mats with on the ground, in a tree, or in a crystalline structure, because don't forget, you still got those hot spots, those volcanic places that you can collect mats from, right? So you still got those around. Nobody does those anymore. But I guarantee, if I can pick up the mat like I did the Radicoida eggs, and I'm saying it right. You see that, Jack? Radicoida unica. I'm saying it right. I pick up the Radicoida eggs. If they allow us to do that, I'm gonna get out of my SRV every single time and go and collect the shit. Just run around and collect shit, because that would be a joy. That'd be a joy. And then maybe we can do we can go with other people. We can shoot each other. We can play around and shit. Who knows? But my thought is, whatever it is, it'll be welcomed if it does the intended job. If it does collections, we don't know. I don't know if that's the case. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm assuming, but I don't want to make an ass out of you or me. I'm assuming that this is what's going to happen. I'm assuming that they're going to have an SRV type sized shuttlecraft that we can put in a fighter bay. I'm just assuming. Okay? So, if it is the case, and it does replace the current gameplay to collect mats, I'll be doing more mats missions and going out to those sites and collecting Braintree stuff and crystalline structures. Even the volcanic ones. How many times have you been out to a geological site? Seriously. Or have you seen anybody stream from a geological site? No one streams from that. No one does those. Because they're not going to go with SRV into a geological site. They're just not going to do it. They don't want to do that. So, again, there's stuff in game that we're not using. There's stuff in game we don't use. So if this actually helps us use that'll be a great thing. That'll be fantastic. It'll be welcomed. And I hope it is. It makes harvesting mats a lot smoother, because it'll replace a retarded gameplay that I can't even stream that because it's retarded.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Why would anyone take a T-11 to a ground situation? No. Here's the thing, Jack. Now think like this. If the shuttlecraft can be engineered, and I can put a prospector limpet in it. So let's say it doesn't have a lot of slots, but it says it has some. It just has some. I can put a prospector limpet in it, then I can hire an NPC, and the NPC can go out and scan for me. So I don't have to go scan. It scans and it finds rocks, right? And then when I go and start drilling, then it goes to another rock. It finds another rock. So I'm actually, the T11 would actually have some help. The Caspian will definitely have help. If this is just a lander or it's a shuttle that I can land on surface, right? Because it doesn't land in hard spots. It doesn't land in the mountainous areas, right? So the Caspian would definitely get some help, right? It will definitely get some help. So that would be fantastic. So I just leave the Caspian in orbit. I land with the shuttle, right? And then when I'm done, I come back into my Caspian and take off, right? So I can do my ground scanning. I can do my exobiology with the shuttle while the Caspian's in orbit. So I don't have to land the Caspian on the surface, which is it's. You remember last time I took my Caspian out, I took 20% damage on my hull for just landing on a smooth surface. So yeah, it's scary. It's scary when you're doing that for a long time. Unless you have your fleet carrier running behind you, you're not going to be able to repair that often. So, hello Hawk 07 Commander. So the T11 could actually have a functioning fighter bay used as a shuttlecraft, and NPC can actually scan, or you can, while your ship is actually mining, right? And then your ship comes and mines the NPC flying the ship mines the actual location. So that's my thought. Okay? So maybe we can use it that way. Maybe in the future also the shuttle would have exobiology capabilities that we can scan rocks. We can scan the asteroids and the rings and all that. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, what's going on, Ogre B? 07 Commander. So that's the situation right now. I'm really excited about Tuesday. I really can't wait. It'll be like Christmas. I feel like it's Christmas. Seriously. The way I feel right now, I feel like Tuesday is Christmas time. And if it's a free update, it's fine. Now all my tunes can buy a ship. But if it's a free update, we don't have to pay for it in operations, and they added water, and they open up those worlds that we can't land on. They look like they have some kind of water bodies. That would be great. That would be phenomenal. All right, and then they have a shuttlecraft that the Caspian has the extension that I can actually use the shuttlecraft to land. That'd be even better. Right? So let's see what happens on Tuesday, man. It could be an SRV, it could be a shuttle, it could be, Diamondback Explorer Mach 2. Who knows? Right? We don't know at this point. We just don't know what it is. So the rendering I showed you guys, that was ChatGPT. So ChatGPT thinks it's a hovercraft. But, what does an AI know? Anyway. So what do you guys think? Talk to me. You don't have to think like I do. I just want this, if it's for the mats, strictly for the mats, collecting mats, thank God, because I hated this part of the game. And that's why I keep doing power play. Because I was collecting care packages, just like Jack said. I was collecting care packages. I didn't want to do collecting mats on the surface. All right. I'll be glad to see what happens on Tuesday. It feels like Christmas time. It really does. And I'm ready to buy it. I'm ready to buy. Of course, I'm only gonna buy the standard, so that's all that matters. I'm only gonna buy the standard and upgrade it if I can do the engineering on it. Unless they're gonna play a trick and make you want to buy a stellar or a galactic version, because it's not engineerable, and those versions come with different parts. So let's see what happens on Tuesday. But I think if it's a ship, a shuttle that's engineerable, that'll be a win-win for us. That'll be a win-win. The Caspian can use it, the T-11 can use it. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. Ogre says, I would be possibly surprised that when FDev listens to community problems, though they do that more and more lately. They actually watch the stream, Ogre. They watch the stream, and they watch all streams. So please comment, because your comments are being heard by FDev. I'm telling you, they watch it. Kix and I came to that conclusion when they said something in like a digest, whatever, the Galnet digest, which they're both, one of them is employed by the, I think, FDev. I don't know which one, but anyway, they came to the conclusion that they heard our stream, and he said something in stream that they actually picked up on. So they do listen to the streams. They do listen to these to see what people are thinking and saying, because we actually connect with brand new players. Like Simon, who's in our squadron. Simon actually bought the game because he was watching the stream. So, yeah. It's not impossible for the information to go to them, because they do listen. So, if you have something to say, please say it. Please say it. But I'll be so glad when this fucking thing disappears, that you don't have to throw your SRV on a goddamn tree. Oh my god. I was going to rage quit. I'll be honest with you, when I was doing that one video, I was actually going to rage quit. I was just going to say, fuck this game, this is terrible. But because that's not something I want to do. I don't want to jump around on it with my SRV on trees. I don't want to do that. So that's why you don't see me collecting materials. For a long time I haven't been doing it. Polymer and 195. For a long time I haven't been out to crystalline structures or the brain trees. A long time. Or even the volcanic sites that I can get materials from. You know? And if I don't play it, think about a brand new player coming into the game. They play this shit and say, what the fuck is this? I'm jumping on a tree with my SRV? That's retarded. Semiconductor. But anyway, enough of that. 39 semiconductor, 59 superconductor. Yeah. So that's the situation. But they do listen. I do think they're watching the stream. I do think they hear us. And they watch. I definitely know they watch Ricardo. I know because I stream every day, they watch me. And I have a lot of actual... I did have plenty of people come back to the game or buy the game because they saw my stream. You know, and that's a good thing. I actually love that. I love that I do that, because I want this game to last, man. This is my only outlet. There's no other. I don't have addictions. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't womanize. I don't go out partying. I don't do drugs. Right? So what else am I gonna do? I have this game. That's it. And I have my family, of course, but when I want to disconnect from the world, I play this game. And it's a good thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna get some metal, some steel. Oh, it says, I know a player who is locked out of Engineering Guardians because he can't do the SRV. He gets literally sick using it. Puked his guts out when I tried to help him with Guardians once. Wow. Wow. Did he turn off the drive assist? You know they have flight assist, drive assist. Can he turn it on, or it's just the action of the bouncing around of the SRV? It bounces around a lot. That's what it is? Is that what it was? Is that what it is, you think? Is that why he gets sick? I don't know.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Well, that'd be nice to know. Wow. Yeah, sometimes the motion gives you motion sickness. You know, like the light shows sometimes, the fire and the explosions give you motion sickness. Yeah, that gave him... yeah, it made him sick. It gave him motion sickness. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. But if he can do... If this is a hovercraft, I don't know if that would have a problem. That would be a problem. You know? If this is a hovercraft, it wouldn't give him that problem of the bouncing around. It would remain stable. You know what I mean? But ChatGPT says there's a 70% chance also that this is a hovercraft. So who the fuck knows? Let's see what ChatGPT knows. The AI stuff is gonna end soon, dude. Because AI right now runs YouTube, and YouTube is a mess. Seriously. Worst thing they could have done is turn YouTube, which is a platform for people to the people, turn YouTube into an AI platform. Worst thing. So, AI is a tool. It shouldn't have controlling ability, any kind of controlling. It's just a tool that people can use. And then I was watching this one video that's saying that AI, you're going to have AI engines, you're not going to have computers in your home again. Well, I don't want an AI engine in my fucking house. I don't want an AI engine at all. It's a fucking tool. I don't want it at all. I'd rather leave it on the internet. So they're saying there's going to be everyone's going to have a personalized AI engine. Personalized AI. You know, AI is good for some things, but not for everything. You know, but the baby boomers are like that. Let's modernize everything. You know, that's what baby boomers do. They just have to throw everything in your face. So, you know, some things need to just remain human. You know, some things just need to remain human. Whereas human interaction, human function, you know, like human connections, the AI needs to stay away from that fucking shit. You can use AI maybe to make some music, but it doesn't sound any different. It sounds just like any other AI music. It's not special. It's not special music. It's not special. It's not going to be that song that Elvis Presley wrote. It's not going to be that song that Michael Jackson wrote. Right? It's not special. It's just AI. So... Unless everyone in the world wants to go to a generic fucking planet, let's all start wearing white and gray, and worship the AI god and bow to the big brother on the big screen. Let's do that. But AI is a good tool in certain aspects for maybe quality control, or maybe you know, coders can use it very effectively because you're coding and you don't know what the fuck the problem is, and sometimes AI gives you a solution, you know. I used it to remember algebra because I fucking forgot it. So my daughter's doing algebra now in 10th grade. In 5th grade, she's doing algebra. The Chinese schools are crazy ass, dude. So I had to help her with her homework, so I had to kind of ask the AI about algebra, which then I remembered how it works. But it's a tool. It's not meant. I don't think it should replace people. You know, it shouldn't replace people. They should bring back buttons and dials and make things tactile again. Yeah, that's true. So I was watching this one guy. Check this out. This one guy, and he's like, yeah, the box computer is going to leave the household, and we're all going to do AI engines, AI agents, you know, which he calls agentic, whatever, I don't know. So then he says, and I find myself, I eliminated the box, but I used the TV. So check this out. This is what he says. He uses the TV. It's a massive TV on his wall. But where's his computer? So that he can do typing and streaming and like searching on the internet. Because he has a keyboard and mouse, which are wireless, right? The TV's behind the computer's behind the fucking TV. So he's still using a box. So I'm like, dude, did you realize that you just looked like an idiot? You know, he looked like an idiot. Oh, I replaced my box with this TV, and you know, my computer's behind the TV. Oh my god. No, the let's see, what did you say? Hawk says, so what do you think the new craft is? Sorry if you already talked about it. The new craft, I believe, you know, my heart says that it's a shuttlecraft. It's a shuttlecraft that you can take from a fighter bay to the surface. So it's only something that you're going to use to fly up and fly down to the surface. Okay? That's what I think it is. Or, you know, Kix thinks it's an actual SRV. It's an SRV. But the nacelles are pretty large for that just to be an SRV. Right? And there's going to be 4 nacelles, so it's pretty large. It wouldn't need 4 nacelles if it's an SRV. So it's kind of like a lander.
Engines disengaged.
And based the brain trees, seeing the brain trees, maybe it's related to collecting materials, because everyone is complaining about collecting materials. Everyone. You go to the message boards and there's thousands of posts about fucking retarded system that material mining is, the material farming is. It's just absolutely retarded. So that's what I think it is. But I have just a bit of hope. Yeah, shuttlecraft. I have a bit of hope that it's a shuttlecraft. I really do. I think it might be a shuttlecraft that we can fly to and fro from our ship, and that's why they never fixed the landing gear on a Caspian, because they knew they're coming out with the ship. You know, so that would actually help the Caspian, because the Caspian can't land in mountains. It just can't land anywhere. And if this is maybe a hovercraft, that it hovers, but it doesn't look like the engines were shut off and there was steam coming out of the engines, right? So it could have landed, right? It could have landed. So we don't really know. I don't know. I can't tell you if it's a shuttlecraft, SRV. I ran it through ChatGPT and Grok, and they said it's a hovercraft. It's a hovercraft. That's what they're thinking. They think it's a hovercraft, right? But the engines weren't active, so that's what ChatGPT and Grok said. But the amazing thing about this Hawk is that there's water in the picture. You notice there's a cloud in the valley below, and it looks like a shoreline. And on the right side, there might be a small shoreline. There might be water in the new DLC, in the new thing that we're getting right now. So the new expansion. There might be water in the new expansion, or we might be able to get these worlds that have been closed off forever. Okay? We might be able to land on them. So, then ChatGPT and Grok both came out with a 70% chance that that could be water in the picture. Why would the surface be calling? We can already land on the planet, but not all planets. Maybe this is a special ship that can land on ELW, terraform. Yeah, exactly, Tom. So that could be a possibility, which would be a good possibility. And no, I think it'll be open. I think in 2 months we'll get it for credits. But I'm definitely buying for ARCs. I don't know when it's available, but I want it now. Like, for me, I feel like I'm 6 years old and Tuesday's Christmas. I cannot wait for Tuesday. Seriously. And I got a heavy day on Tuesday that I got to work, but I would love for this to be a shuttlecraft deployable from a vessel. And it's engineerable. And we can add even prospector limpet to it that we can actually use it on T11. You know, I'm thinking that you send out your NPC and it prospects while you just do the mining. No, Tuesday we're going to see what it is. The reveal is on Tuesday. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to get rid of this retarded gameplay of having your SRV jump on brain trees. So let's see if that happens on Tuesday. You know, we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited about that. We shall see. Yeah, me too, Top Flight. I'm hoping it's an orbital deployed vessel, so that'll be great. That means you can just leave your Caspian in orbit, and you can just deploy the shuttle down to the surface. The Caspian doesn't have to go to the surface. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So we shall see on Tuesday. We shall see what it is. There's a lot of possibilities. A lot of possibilities. If that is it, redefines colonization, I would take it one more step. Provide commanders the ability to terraform a planet similar to Planet Crafters. I don't think we're there yet, Tom. I know you love terraforming. I don't think we're there yet. We're not terraforming yet. I'll be happy if they let us land on the planets we haven't been able to land on. Like, you'll see a high metal content world that has lakes and water, but we can't land on it. Or it has an atmosphere, you can't land on it. Or there is water in some planets and bodies, but we can't land on that. So I'll be happy if we can go to the next step of landing on planets, right? The surface is waiting, but what surface? Because we can already land on planets, right? So are we getting water worlds? Are we getting Earth-like worlds now? No. But I think we're getting the next step, you know, where we actually have water on a planetary body. And then maybe after that, lava. And then maybe after that, a water world. And maybe after that, Earth-like world. Yeah, that's true, Ogre. That's a good point. That's true. So we'll see on Tuesday. The vessel reveal will be on Tuesday. I cannot wait. It's like Christmas. I feel like it's Christmas, but I really feel like a little 6-year-old kid who's gonna get his toy gun at Christmas time, you know? He sees the toy gun in the corner. He sees the shape of it. It's all wrapped up. He knows that's a toy gun. I want that fucking gun now. I want that ship today. Give it to me today. Give me the reveal today. Oh, please. Please, F that. Give me the reveal today. I can't wait till Tuesday. I might be dead by Tuesday. Give me the reveal today. You know? Yeah, so that's the situation. Let's see what happens, right? We'll see what happens on Tuesday. I'll be excited to see a shuttle I'll be excited to see an SRV. I'll be excited to see something else. You know, your hovercraft. I'll be excited to see this, but it'll be able to be fit into a fighter bay. So we'll see. We shall see. But the picture is obvious. You can see the cloud below. You can see the mist. You can see like the cloudy. And then when I asked Grok to give me a clear picture of what that could be, just take away the fog. It was water. It was water. The Grok made a water, and the valley made of water. And if you see my thumbnail, that's from Grok. Secure Tom says, if we eventually put structure on these planets, it opens up a bunch of storylines, and Thargoids, maybe the Guardians, aren't extinct, just hiding in these planets. I agree. Keeping my expectations low, says Hawk. That rarely surprised me, but let's see. Yeah, but they got a new CEO, and she's hot for Elite Dangerous, dude. So hopefully she's gonna push Elite Dangerous in the right direction. But they're gearing up for a DLC. Okay, they're gearing up for a DLC. They are. I'm telling you right now, because they did the lighting, they did the sound. Now if they add, they add atmosphere, like with the not atmosphere, but they add the clouds and all that. They're gearing up for DLC, where they can add content. So that's exciting. Well, don't forget, Mark's Elite Dangerous is a space sim. Okay, it's a space sim. It was never meant to be an RPG. They add storyline as they go, they add content as they go, but it's a space sim. So to shift from space sim to missions and doing operations like we're going, that's a big change. Because years ago, Marks, we didn't have suits. We couldn't scan exobiology. We couldn't get out of our ships. Okay? You can land on a planet, but you can't get out of a ship. So we've made big changes. Big changes. Ogilvy says, yeah, the grind is rough. Any feature to automate some stuff would be nice. Hawk says, open world space flight simulator. That's true. That's what it is. Open world space sim. What are you flying? I'm flying my Panther Clipper, Alec Mosingwick. My Panther Clipper, which is long. This one's a long-range Panther Clipper. By the way, tell Mekin he didn't win any war based off my experience on Saturday. What happened Saturday? Oh, Saturday with you with the. You had a problem with Thargoids, Tom? Yeah, you did, didn't you? Don't forget, Mekin has a big squadron behind him. You know, he can actually solo a lot of things, but when fighting a war like he did, he had a big squadron behind him. So he's only as good as the squadron. And I'm sure he learned a lot from his squadron, because I'm sure there are better pilots than he is. He only has like 6,000 hours in the game. You know, I got like 16, 17. I don't even know. I haven't counted lately. So, and I do everything. I just don't do Thargoids. I was having an itch to do Thargoids tonight, but you know, I that would be boring. Watching me kill one fucking Medusa or some shit. Watch for 1 hour as I take down a fucking Medusa. So I did some bounty hunting earlier. That wasn't good, and that wasn't good because I DC'd in the middle of a fucking fight. That was so stupid.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
I really didn't like that. I hate DCing in the middle of a fight, and I was like, it was a big fucking anaconda, and I know I was gonna get like 1 million off of it. Ogilvy says, "Well, definitely do that when you are back in the States." Yeah. I was getting meta alloys, and the interceptor hovered over me. Then, when I moved, those scavengers attacked me, which didn't end well for them, but I got lots of resources. I told you, just throw a meta alloy at the interceptor, and it'll leave you alone. You gotta feed the beast. If you feed the beast, it'll leave you alone. Didn't I tell you that? Oh, that's you. That was you in the picture. I didn't know who that was. Let's see. Oh, Lucian Antari. So you're Lucian. All right. Yeah, you got to feed the beast, dude. You don't know that? You didn't know you had to feed the beast? Have to feed the beast. You have to feed it. If you throw a meta alloy at it as you take off, dump a meta alloy, it would have left you alone. It would have left you alone. I'm telling you. Alright, let's keep going.
Landing gear retracted.
But,
Engines engaged.
no, they can't attack you. They can't attack you if you're on the ground? I don't know about that, dude. I got attacked on the ground when I landed. When you land your ship, you get attacked. When you're doing Thargoid War, we were doing ground shit. Where do you think the attack was coming from? It was coming from the interceptor, and it was coming from those whatever skimmers or whatever they were. But they can't attack you on the ground. But the guy didn't attack you because that was just probably a good Thargoid. And then he thought maybe you'll feed it.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2.
During the Thargoid War, I got attacked plenty on the ground. Yeah, they see? Jack is my confirmation. They can attack you on the ground. But he didn't choose to attack you. So if you and then he'll leave you alone if you just throw him a meta alloy. So that's all you had to do. It won't interdict you if you're not fighting it. If you don't attack it first, it won't bother you. Okay? You just, those that you are collecting, those sites, if you just leave them alone, you don't attack them, they won't attack you. When you're collecting meta alloys. So but you weren't in trouble. You know how many times I've been on the surface and the Thargoid shows up? It just takes the energy out of that little whatever it is in the middle and then just moves on. That's it. Now I want to build an AX fighter ship. You're living on borrowed time. Fantastic. Fantastic. Wonderful. 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 So we might have a new ship coming up, which is exciting. Very, very exciting. New vessel. How does Ricardo say Radicoida? He says Unica, or what does he say? He doesn't say it right. He can't say it. He can't say Radicoida Unica. But why does he tie it to the Radicoida Unica? The Radicoida Unica has nothing to do with that picture, or the brain trees. Maybe we'll use the shuttle to do some collecting at the Radicoida Unica.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing successful. Clear to disembark.
Alrighty then. Let's see what else. We're gonna get steel. Was it 902? Let me see. 902? I don't even know, man. Yeah, 902 steel. Okay. 902 steel. And the rest titanium. Oh, what'd I do that for? What the what'd I do that for? $402. Don't do what I do. When you're watching this, take notes and say, I'm not going to do that. Okay? Don't do what I do. Okay. We need titanium steel.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Feels like Tuesday's Christmas, man. I'm not gonna sleep thinking about this. Maybe you'll answer that question: why we have a dedicated fighter bay in the T-11. Why they didn't fix the landing gear on the Caspian Explorer? Why? Why? What a stupid name, Plague's Pride. Okay. What did I make this? Was this a relay or was this I don't even know what it was. I think it was a relay, right?
Frameshift drive charged. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okie dokie. How's everybody doing? Are we doing good? Are we happy? Are you having a good weekend? For most of you, it's Saturday. For me, it's Saturday night. I know US is waking up right now. My little buddy should be waking up soon. Jack, Phaser Redhawk, he's in England. He is, it's 11 in the morning over there, 11:47. Germany, it's lunchtime. And I'm breaking out the sauerkraut. But for me, here I am in Australia also. The sun's going down. That's a good thing. At least the sun is going down and the earth is still rotating. Yeah, I was watching a whole bunch of AI today and AI videos, and I really am not that optimistic about AI. Because first of all, it's programmed. It's programmed. It's a program that's been programmed by humans. That's the first thing. And if I know programs throughout my lifetime, since I was small, programs sometimes, somehow, they always malfunction. Eventually the coding or the software becomes corrupt. So AI is, I don't think is going to be what they think is going to be. Everybody's saying AI this, AI is replacing it. AI's, yeah, we have tariffs of 100 or 200% on chips. That's why people aren't buying computers, because they're so fucking expensive. And even Ricardo was complaining about his, being able to buy a $7,000, $6,000 computer, you know, which is nuts. I wouldn't pay that much for a computer, even if I had the fucking money. But the prices are, and looking at what the prices are here, compare what they are here, the only thing I can think of is that it's the trading thing that Trump made it really difficult for the chip industry and made it difficult for the consumer to own a computer. I was telling my wife today, I says, we got to buy a computer before we leave because the prices are astronomical in the States. So that's my thought. But I think this is all going to end, and I'll be the first one to short Nvidia when it all ends and goes bust, because they're going to realize, like right now, people are having nothing but problems with YouTube. Nothing but problems with the streaming, with the service, the algorithm. It's retarded. It doesn't give you any variation in what you were looking at before. No variation whatsoever. Okay, 1353. Damn it. Anyway, so it's like you're subscribed. I have about maybe 100 subscribed channels, and I don't get any of their notifications. I don't get any shit. They have new videos, but they're not showing up on my front page. Why not? That's the way it should be, right? Not stupid shit that's created by AI. So, anyway. And I use AI. Trust me, guys, I use AI. I make the music, right? I use the music. I use it for coding. I use it for, you know, like my reports. Sometimes I throw things in the AI and it gives me a report. But I still gotta fix it because it's not what I really want it to look like. Because you got a separate feed for your subscriptions. How is that, dude? How is that? Where's the feed? Where's the feed position? As I see the front page, when I go to my front page, I don't have my subscriptions there. They have a sidebar and a little blue dot says they have new content on that channel, but they don't put it in my front page. Like when you open up the front page, it doesn't have my subscriptions there. It has stupid fucking shit that I don't want to watch. So like utter fucking shit that I don't want to watch, that I'm not even subscribed to. Right? So but YouTube made a mistake. That will all disappear when you turn off your search history off. Yeah, that's what I do. But it should be any new content from the subscriptions, which all of them have a blue dot, should be in my page, my front page. Should be my front page. Yeah, it's utter fucking shit. Complete utter crap. Anyway, eventually it'll all change. I'm not worried about it. It'll all change. All of it will change eventually. Or these companies, YouTube will go bankrupt. Because no one's going to stick around to watch AI slop. Crap. Yeah.
Zorgan Peterson, Delta Romeo Alpha. We prepared a landing pad for your arrival, Commander. Welcome to our station.
I keep adding those channels to my ignore list, but still not enough. I wish I had an option to say I don't want to see any AI generated crap. Yeah. Alrighty then. So after this titanium run, I'm gonna head out to my major system to collect what little stuff I need. I need water.
Landing gear deployed.
Which I don't. I think it's next door. I have water at a station next door.
Landing complete. Commence system shutdown.
Okay. Titanium.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity. Landing gear retracted.
Anyway, I'm excited, man. We might get ourselves some new worlds to open up. Maybe water worlds. That'd be fantastic. We're like, at least planets with water on them. That'd be great. That'd be great. Maybe new plant life. New stuff to scan. That'd be great too. One can only hope, right? One can only hope. One can only hope.
Speed restrictions are now lifted. Safe travels, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
Might be a new shuttlecraft, maybe a hovercraft.
4,
Who knows?
2,
But the actual distances between the cells is not that large, if you notice that, right? It's not that large. So I'm only hoping that's a shuttlecraft. If it's a shuttlecraft, they'll sell it. If it's not gonna sell. SRV wise, they're not engineerable. You know, you can't do much with an SRV except, you know, maybe cargo or whatever. I don't know. So I wouldn't be happy about an SRV. I mean, we have two already barely being used. I barely use SRVs. I would love that they fixed the mechanics of being able to pick up the materials while you're on the ground in your suit. You just press E and you just pick up the shit. Like we did with the eggs. That would be great. That would be phenomenal. Please let that be the case. You know what I like? You know how you go and do exobiology on the ground, right? And you have 2 guns, 3 guns with a Dominator suit, right? But you only have one scanner, right? And it only can scan one plant at a time. This is the 33rd and a half century and they can't figure out how to fucking scan and store more. You know what I mean? Or how about just having like 2? One's orange, one's blue, so you know you don't get confused. So you have one on one side, one on the other side. So you can scan. You can scan with the left hand, you can scan this plant, and with the right hand you scan another plant. But at least two scanners. You only have one. That drives me nuts. "33rd and a half century, they don't have a scanner that can scan more than just one plant." It's craziness.
docking request granted.
don't hit, don't hit, don't hit, don't hit. Ah. 07 Commander Captain No Name,
Landing gear deployed.
who lives in No Land, on No World. Welcome, Captain No Name.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Okay, so I need to pick up 49 tons of titanium because I'm not going back to that station, and all this can be found in that other system except for the water, which I need to find next door.
Landing gear
Well, welcome back, but you guys are seeing my load screen because I crashed. Yep. I crashed.
ship released.
That's
Engines
great.
engaged.
Okay, so let's go to our main system where we do all our shopping. And I know you guys have been watching my stream for a while, and you know that my Panther Clippers are all fleet carrier based. That's because I decided that I need more than just the fleet carrier Panther Clippers. I decided to make one more. One more. Come on, OBS. Come on.
Four, three, two, one.
Shit. That's what happens when you're playing and you're watching a stream at the same time. You're gonna hit a damn sun. Come on.
Frame shift drive charging. Ready to engage.
Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Tell me it's working. Tell me it's working. Yeah, it's working now. Okay. Everything's cool. Just shifted channels. Alright. Sorry about the interruption. My fault. I gotta watch OBS like a hawk.
Frame shift drive charging.
Alright, so what are we talking about now? Tuesday. It's Christmas. For those in Elite Dangerous, it's Christmas. It might be the long-awaited shuttlecraft. It's gonna do so much if it's a shuttlecraft. It will do so many things if it's a shuttlecraft. Not so much if it's an SRV. But it'll do so many things if it's a shuttlecraft. And maybe it can hover, collect materials. It can do... It maybe can do the Guardians if it hovers low enough. I mean, you see me flying my I have been saying we need a shuttle to explore around planets. Yes, Captain No Name. And it will be a big deal if it's a shuttle, because it will fix the landing problem that the Caspian has. I'm gonna see if it can work in a T11 and do prospecting for the T11 with an NPC. So we'll see. We'll see. A driller. Yeah, maybe have a secondary thing to drill. Yeah, that'll be great, man. That'll be fantastic. That'll be actually fantastic. There's a lot of applications if it's a shuttle, and it can be engineered. That'll be a lot. It'll be fantastic actually if it can do that. Now I need to go to a planetary settlement. Where's my hub? So if it can do that, it has a lot of applications if it's a shuttle. And notice the picture, Captain No Name. Actually, the picture has a cloud, mist, in the valley below, and what looks like a coastline for water. When I asked Grok and ChatGPT to fix the picture, they gave me the thumbnail that you guys saw in the actual video before it started. And they both, ChatGPT and Grok, said there's a 70% chance that this is water, that the artist rendering has water there. So we might be able to land on those worlds that we haven't been able to land on. So who knows? I hope that's the case. I really do hope that's the case. I really do hope that's the case. I hope we have that possibility in this new ship. But I'm more excited about the ship than I am about operations, actually. I really am. Because it fixes a gameplay problem that I have. And we'll see what happens. We shall see. You think it's a driller? Could be a driller. It might be too small to be a driller, dude. Look at the nacelles are too close together. They're too close together. They look like they would fit in a fighter bay, but they don't look like they would be able to carry heavy machinery. Like the maybe it could carry one pulse wave analyzer, or maybe a prospector limpet, but I don't think it's going to be capable of drilling, honestly. But hey, anything we can wish, we can hope, we can dream, right? So that's, hopefully we have something special. For me, it feels like Christmas. I feel like a little kid, and it's Christmas time. I cannot wait for Tuesday. Yep. I'm more excited about Tuesday than I was first time that I had sex with a woman. So that to tell you that how excited I am. I think it might be a hovercraft. It might be because that's what the rendering came out with that I showed you guys. It was a hovercraft. That you can just hover around and collect things. It's highly maneuverable. It's very, very maneuverable, right? So maybe we'll have that capability of collecting things on the surface without having to land or having to use SRV because of, like, who said it? Was it Pazuzu? One of my German friends? So they used an SRV and they almost vomited because they're jumping up and down. right. It's exciting.
Morgan Peterson, Delta Romeo
I
Alpha.
feel like Tuesday's
Request
Christmas.
before docking and enjoy your visit, Commander. Access
I'm excited.
granted. Set down on
Whatever it
landing
is,
pad
it'll answer a
10.
lot of questions. So if it's an SRV, I won't be so excited. It will be like that proverbial you get a sweater for Christmas thing, you know, or a tie. Your wife gives you a tie. Oh, this is Christmas. This is your Christmas, bro. A tie. Like, oh God. Oh, thank you. I'll just put it with my other 100 ties that I have. Thanks so much.
Landing gear deployed.
Captain No Name says, I doubt the flying SRV because that would make SRVs obsolete. I always think a small shuttle to quickly find and travel between exosites. I don't think it'll make SRVs obsolete. I don't think it'll make SRVs obsolete. Because you still if you're landing on a Guardian site and there's more of those skimmers than are normal, I would use the Scorpion, right? If I need to run around the planet, I'll use the Scarab. So it's all about use, what utility, right? It's all about use. 98 ceramic composites. It's all about utility. What can you use this for? And that's how ships and vehicles create content, right? So if this solves the problem of gathering materials, it'll create a whole bunch of content. So yeah, I think it's going to create content. Ceramic composites 98. Computer components 25. 98. Computer components 25. So it'll be exciting. Very, very exciting. Tuesday's going to be exciting. Fruits and vegetables I get somewhere else. Power generators 10. This is my Walmart for gathering materials. Power generators 10. Steel, we're done. Titanium, I need 49 titanium. 49 titanium. Water purifier was how much? 15. Water purifier is 15. I need water. Which water purifier? Where's 15? Oh, where the hell is it? 15. Water, I have to get some other system. Let me go get the fruits and vegetables, and then we'll go get the water. And all my places to shop. Yeah, the SRVs can fight. So, like in a Guardian zone, there's one Guardian zone that I was collecting for weapons, right? And like 4 SRVs popped up, and they all missiled my ass, and I died. Okay, so I had to use the Scorpion. So, yeah, sometimes you need a little tougher SRV. Scarab overall can go over a lot of terrain that the Scorpion cannot. So I'm inclined to believe that this is a shuttle. I really am. It'll solve the Caspian. It'll solve the T-11 mystery, why they have the fighter bay in T-11. And so I'm really inclined to believe that. And it will be an engineerable ship, but it won't be that big. It'll be like a extra small exploration ship. Probably won't have jump range. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe it will have jump range. Who knows? Maybe it'll have a small SCO drive. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass. If that is water in the picture, maybe the ship is a water tanker? Nah, Marks, no, I don't think so. Hawk says, as long as it can use super cruise. Oh, wonderful. Kix is here. You there, bud? Can you hear me? Yeah, we're talking about the new ship. I was talking about the water that I think that is in the picture. I said that you think it's an SRV. I think it's a shuttle. Yeah, maybe we'll have a... Oh, if it can solve the material gathering, it will be worth it. Yeah, I think so too. To be actual shuttle, it would be able to use super cruise. Otherwise, it would be just like an SRV, which can fly. Okay. Yeah, let's see. We don't know. We don't know what it is. Right? We just have a slight picture showing a diagonal view of the man looking down at the valley of water. A nap? Engineering. Yeah. That's another thing they need to fix. Engineering. Holy crap, dude, they need to fix engineering. They really need to fix that. Or he needs to go back and do his PhD and get to level 5, you know? What the hell? He's level 4 for how long? And he's hidden away in Sirius system like somebody's after him. What the hell is that? Get rid of Quint. Get rid of Quint. Marco Quint needs to go. How can I be of assistance? I just need fruits from this place. I get my water from somewhere else nearby. I think it's called... It's actually right next door to that system.
Landing gear deployed.
So I need fruits and vegetables, 10. 10 fruits and vegetables.
Landing complete. Clear to disembark. Welcome to our starboard, Commander.
Alright. Yeah, I should put some water on a damn fleet carrier. Like 1,000 tons of water. So I don't have to think about it. Fuck. It drives me nuts. I have to fly now to get water. Just water. No, I do have water, but it's on a small station. It's a T1. I don't want to fucking go to T1. I have to swap to a smaller ship. But right next door... Right next door... Let me see, here, no, where is this? No, C18, I think this is the one. No, it's been the one I've been to. Come on. Yeah, this is the one. C17. Come on. Yeah, that's it. Phase of Rodok Dynasty. Okay. Yeah, C17. Let's go to C17. Phase of Rodok Dynasty. And pick up some water. C11. What the hell is it? Okay, here. Here we go. Okay, we're done. Let's go. Let's go get the water and then we're done. So I'm building this hub, guys. Pretty soon I'll have 2 hubs, then there'll be 3, and then we'll finish the last one probably the latter half of this year. Probably. So the bridge will have 4 hubs that you can get materials from. Very accessible locations. Lots and lots and lots of star systems to colonize. Lots of Earth-like worlds. You guys should take advantage of the bridge. I built it for you guys. Built it for the community. And then hopefully pretty soon probably the powers will be in this location. Ram especially is moving pretty fast. So they'll be here soon. Yep. Okay. So what do you think it is, Sticks? Shuttle or SRV? Do you think it's going to be an SRV? When do you think it'll come out?
Frameshift drive charging.
I think there's water at this station. I'm not even sure. I'm assuming. But we'll see. We shall see. Or it's next door. C18. C118. One of the two. I'm so excited about Tuesday, dude. It'll be like Christmas. It feels like it's going to be Christmas. I really am excited. I don't think it's an SRV because I see the trees. So if it's an SRV, that means they've given us the capability of picking the trees with our own hands. Okay? But I don't think the SRV is going to do anything like pick up materials off trees. And then to go into the valley with that massive, if it's an SRV, it's massive. So how are you going to go down to the valley? So I think it may be a hovercraft. That's exciting. Hovercraft / shuttle. They can shuttle back and forth into the atmosphere, or maybe back into orbit. I'm more inclined to feel that that's what it is. I think. I'm not sure. Who knows? Who the hell knows? I don't know. We're just speculating here. We are assuming. But you know what happens when you assume, right, kids? A lot of asses made. That's true. Maybe a driller to sample the roots of exo, like take actual samples instead of just scans. Yeah, that's thinking a little bit ahead. There's more coding that FDev likes to do. You know, you gotta think that coding wise, that'll be. Yeah, but the guy's out. He's out in his armor suit, so. Yeah. On foot.
Permission granted. Please make your way to transit pad 39. You're approved for automated docking sequence.
Let's just see. We shall see. We shall see. All right. Don't make me look like an idiot. Let this place have water. How much water do I need? 25? 25 water. Sensor-wise, wide angle. What? Wait. What sensor? On your ship? On yeah, then long range. No, I thought you're talking about the scanner. Yeah, but it's longer. Phaser Ruddock Dynasty. Look at this. Isn't that nice? Isn't that special? And do we have water? No. Why don't I have water here? Wait a minute. This is the wrong station? This is the wrong station. Yeah, I gotta go here. Oh, 18. It's always 18. Cool starport name. Yeah. Isn't it? Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, the water body. And then here's another one. Phaser's Paradise City. I wonder who the fuck Phaser is. Who's this Phaser guy taking up all my names in all these systems? Who's this Phaser guy? I love you, Jack. Oh, man. You did a lot. Dude.
Loading gear retracted.
Detachment confirmed. Take care when leaving the station.
Agreed. Okay, so now I remember it's C118 that has the water, not 117. C118 has a water body. I gotta make that system too, because it's like a beautiful, beautiful system. There's a lot of. I have like 3 water worlds on that one. That's a cool system. Phasers Paradise City. Let's go to Phasers Paradise City. Who is this guy, Phaser? My goodness. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. He's a very popular person. I think so. I'm not sure. That's a good question. That's a good question, Father. Papa. Papa.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Why is the temperature critical? It's only 66 degrees. Yeah. Yeah, the surface scanner, you want to go wide. I want to say yes. So I'm going to Phasers Paradise City. A very nice location. It has hot spas and massage. And they got great restaurants. Gambling, lots of gambling. Lots of women. Great accommodations. Rated 6 stars. Let's go there. Man, I can't fly slow anymore. Come on. Come on, just a little bit more. This is going to be a beautiful location. Watch. Watch. Beautiful location. Beautiful location. The inside is all nice tourist style because it's a water world. But it does have water. So I can collect water here, which is a good thing. Good thing. Cool starport name, he says. How about this name? Jack, do you like this name? Phasers Paradise City? You must be a very rich man if you have all these locations. Hey, there's the other water world over there. You know what they can do with water worlds is they can have islands on the water worlds. The water world would be just a natural thing that I would want to create. You know, just have a water world landing area. They can have like little islands that you can land on, and you can colonize those islands. Yeah, it is a. Welcome to Fantasy Island. Yes, our squadron's home station was named Deep Space Nine. Yeah. The hovercraft. Boss, the hovercraft. Instead of the plane. Boss, the plane. Do you remember that Fantasy Island? Yeah, man. Good times. Ooh. I didn't give Paradise City a skin, dude. I didn't give Paradise City a skin. It looks like the old gray blue color. Oh, that's terrible.
You are approved for automated docking.
No, I'm gonna give Jack a color right now. Gonna make it gold and silver, gold and whatever. It's copper and silver. This is a famous person in the game, Phaser Roddock. If you didn't know, that's why there's so many locations named Phaser. Phaser Roddock's Paradise City. Well, I only have one color. I didn't buy anything else. I'm poor. I'm poor. Look at the inside. Look at the inside. Ooh. Ooh, look. Boss, the plane. The plane.
Landing gear
Look how clean it is. Mhm. The spa is open. Tennis courts are open. Ah, beautiful. Nice.
Ship is on the ground. Commence power down. You are
Okay, first of all, before I get the water, let's get the water first. Let's be gone. No, I gotta get the water first because I'll forget. I'll forget. Water here, see? 25. Yeah, I know, right? But I'm gonna go to, was it contacts? Where's the guy that fixes the ships? He's not here. The fixes the didn't I build this? I didn't build this. I didn't build this. Somebody else. I forgot one of my alts built this. Who built this? Who built this? Yeah, Badrak. I gotta get Badrak to fix this station up. So I got 2 water worlds. Like this would become open with the new one. This is a high metal content world, but it has atmosphere and maybe has water bodies, right? So all these will should become open with the new crap that they have. Here's another water world. 3 water worlds. So I have 3 water worlds in the system. Nice. Badrak. I gotta fix that. Badrak can fix it. Alright, so I got my water. Let's go. Yeah, I'll make that fix today. For sure. For shizzy, my nizzy.
landing gear retracted.
Look, it's in red too. Phaser Paradise City, and the lettering is in red. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. Boss, the plane is leaving. The plane is leaving. I can't wait for Tuesday. I feel like a kid who's gonna have sex the first time. I can't.
Trespassers will be dealt with. Leave the area now.
The plane, the plane.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
What are you doing to it?
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one. Engage.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that station because it has to look pretty on the outside like it looks on the inside, dude. Gotta fix it. Alright, so let's go and deliver. What's that? Alright. Since a lot of our members are Germans, yeah, the Deep Space Nine. A lot of our members are German. Deep Space Nine. We have a lot of members that are German too. We got Pazuzu, we got Ogre. I think. Is Ogre in our squadron? I don't remember. No, he's in Mercs, right? But Pazuzu's in our squadron. But he's in our chat. He's in our chat. In our Discord. We gotta rename that to something else. I forgot what I was building. Was it a relay or a fucking satellite? It was a comsat. I don't remember. Yep. All right. We gotta rename this. I think it was a relay. I think I was making a relay so I can put another military installation in space. Make this a high security system. It's already high security. It already has high security, but
Docking request granted.
more is always better. More security is always better.
Landing gear deployed.
All right.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Let's finish up our construction. Yay! All in one stream. Isn't that nice? All in one stream. That was nice. Since I know where everything is, I don't have to go search for it. Except for the water. Okay, so let's launch.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Come on.
Landing gear retracted.
Now we can rename it because we've already built it. That's what they say. After you built it, you can rename it. So This is a it's a relay. So let's see if we can find a different name besides stupid names. Relay. Ah, perfect. Andreas Relay. Perfect. So we have a relay there, and we should have 7 construction points, but we don't.
Frameshift drive.
Let's go out a little bit. Recall.
Ready to
Come back in. And I know Jack's gonna yell at me. Finish the other construction before you start a new one.
engage.
Not yet.
Temperature critical.
Not yet. So let's see. Seven, 6, 5. I gotta be out a little bit further before I recall. Alright. Come back in because it's not showing the construction point. I want that construction point for a reason. And Jack's gonna yell at me after I've built it, because I haven't finished the other locations. I kind of get, right now I just want to build the locations and then, you know, start hauling for the larger stations. Okay, so let's see what we got. Come on. I'm gonna blow up the computer. You know, I really hate TV programs that the guys get on and they assume they know what the masses are gonna do. Like, the computers are obsolete. They're not gonna do this, that, the other thing. So they assume that they know the masses. They're all gonna do AI. So this is all military. Okay. They really drive me nuts. Okay, Jack, don't yell at me, okay? And exactly what I need. And we're gonna plop it down. Okay. Come on. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 1 on the surface makes 4. 4T. So I can only really construct one at a time now. So I still got a 6 here on the surface, and I got a 5 over here, which we could make a tourist spot, tourist location, tourist there and tourist in orbit. We'll see. We shall see. All right. Wonderful.
Frameshift drive charging.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Perfect. Perfect. All right.
Zorgan Peterson, Delta Romeo Alpha. We look forward to receiving you at the station, Commander. Please follow docking procedures and enjoy your visit. Request approved. Cleared for landing on docking bay 17. Automated docking approved.
All right. All right, guys. I think that's going to be the end of the stream. I hope whatever happens Tuesday, it's going to be a happy, fun day for all of us. I hope you have a great time at work. I hope you have a great time with your family. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the weekend. 07 Commanders, fly dangerously, but stay frosty. Stay frosty, little guys. Love you all. Take care. 07. And it's good to dream. It is good to dream. Thanks, Jack. 07 Commanders, I'll see you again soon.